Okay, Charles LeBlanc here, part 2. Not as cold as, what was it? I did this yesterday morning. Anyway, behind me the St. Dunstan Church. St. Dunstan Church. Now, again, this is my opinion. Nobody told me or asked me to talk about this issue. Of course, I was told that the church across the river, you know, the one with the 4 cross on top, is it 4 or 3? Anyway, that church on Main Street is going to be shut down. Or is it Union Street? Anyway, this is serious. The word is starting to spread. The natives are going to lose their church at St. Mary's First Nation. It's starting to spread now. The decision by a bishop, his name is Robert Harris, and St. John, he's going to come out with a decision in 2 weeks, and the odds are he is going to order the shutdown of St. Anthony's Church across the river. Now, some people will say, all right, what's the big deal? How come you're getting involved in this, Charles? Well, I always had a soft spot for the natives. I don't know, because Memnon Cook hasn't been a native there in about 100 years. Focus, Charles, focus. Bishop Robert Harris, I believe, he said to the CBC in the fall, last spring, that he is going by the Holy Spirit. By the Holy Spirit. His decision will be by the Holy Spirit. And I hope the Holy Spirit is helping me to come up with the right words here. The Holy Spirit. How strong is the Holy Spirit? Well, the priest in the residential school, and we're not going to start really focus on the pedophile priest, but you know, that happened. And if they say, well, the attendance of the church is low. Of course it's low, because you're going through a period of the internet, and if you want to find an excuse of not doing anything, to tell your kid, no, you're not going to go to church, there's some pedophiles there. The pedophile, that's the biggie. But this is the last time I'm talking about the pedophile issue. What I'm concerned about is this Bishop Robert Harris. He was ordained as a priest in 1969, and he was a bishop in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario from 2001, and then he arrived here in New Brunswick in 2007. He's not a New Brunswicker, and he's born in Montreal, Quebec. Where was he? From 1969 to 2000. Was he in an area that natives were considered second-class citizen? I believe what he wants to do, and you know, like he doesn't know. This church behind me, St. Dunstan, is the church of the bureaucrats. The bureaucrats are there, the snobs are there, and snobs and bureaucrats and natives and the poor do not go hand in hand. That's why we have St. Anthony's. Now, he told the Pope, the Pope said, that's good, you have listened to the people. Well, I hate to really condemn a bishop, but he lied. He lied. The bishop lied. They had a meeting, but the decision has already been made anyway. But the Catholic religion, during this time of hardship, are they, in a couple of weeks, send a strong message to the public that the natives are not welcome to the Catholic Church. To shut down. Now, people say, well, Charles, you're exaggerating. No, I am not exaggerating. Those priests that come here, Kinsclair, there's a fine example that was approached last summer, but nobody wanted to talk about it in public to me, but I'll talk about it. And natives dies. They're humans. They're not robots. Funeral, you play the drums. The Catholic priest said no, there will be no drums ceremony in our church. That's the native culture, the circle, the drum, the connection to Mother Earth. But no. So they're sending a message, starting here to Fredericton, that the natives are not welcome in the Catholic Church. Now here you have I'll get to that part 3 later. But the bottom line, the bishop, Robert Harris, when he told the Pope said, I'm proud of you, talk to the people. No, he didn't talk to the people. He's not listening to the people. Well, he's a Quebecois, what do you expect? But what I'm saying is, if they turn around, and he's in St. John, and he orders St. Anthony's Church to be destroyed, the church of the natives. You know what? That's racism. And every Catholic priest that I will see it, je suis catholique. Of course, my priest in Mermancourt, I'll leave him alone. I know him since that tall. The Catholic priest will be known as racist. Racist and Catholic Church, do they go hand in hand? Well, look at the past years, and let's find out in a couple of weeks.